looks like we are back at SWGOH. How are you doing this Saturday morning? So, last night I kind of did a post-mortem on the stream, and the audio quality was kind of subpar, to say the least. So, what I did was I have this like one microphone that's a cardioid condenser. I've had it for years, and I guess I'm finally going to put it to use, other than as a display item, essentially. So, my plan for this morning is to just kind of run through the dailies and stuff, and then get going with the rest of the Grand Arena. I'm really interested. I don't know if you remember from yesterday, but I'm really interested to see what's on that back wall for ships, because he does have a profundity. So I'm not sure if that's gonna, ruin my groove. Even though Leviathan, I'm not that worried. I'm not as worried, I should say, about compared to a profundity, because I've actually two-shot Leviathans before with my crummy endurance. And yes, I do have a little bit of a cold right now, but you do what you gotta do. So yeah, just running through this. Don't really need any mods. Investing in Kairos. So I saw that you're gonna need Kairos to convert to, I think, relic data. So I'm really trying to hold on to those as much as I can at the time being. So, because I don't know what that's gonna look like. And apparently they're gonna get the signal data on, I think, the Conquest track, or not Conquest track, the episode track. So I'm really gonna hold off until next week when that update comes out to see, what type of changes made, and if I can get some more stuff like that. So last night I actually forgot to do my hyena bomber farm, so I'll have to do that for today, and then I'll just choose a different note for tonight. Now let's pick up this daily one. It's kind of annoying that this is only on the PC client, this one pack, because then I have it both on my phone and on the PC client, and then it'll be the day's over, and I'll log on, and I'll be like, oh crap, I forgot to pick up that free pack on the store for the PC client, so whatever. And if you're buying stuff from this shipment, you definitely have to use the ships, because that'll give you more shard shop currency, which I have way too much of, but it's a story for another day. So yeah, this game, it's really easy to blow through the dailies. I think the only thing is the energy. It typically takes me after the refresh, because I don't really use my crystals for refreshes. I don't know what I use my crystals for. That's definitely something that people on Reddit have pointed out when I've posted once or twice. They're like, oh, you don't use your crystals much, can you give me some? But no, because I'm saving it for if I'm really desperate for gear, or also with this new marquee format. Now I don't know if they're changing it again, but when the new characters were coming out, they had the 5-card pulls. So I would just save up for the 5 cards and then just do that. I don't have enough to, do the 10-card pulls, the 12,000 shards, or 12,000 crystal packs. But yeah, I'll just do it this way. So finish off this. And yeah, so we're pretty much done. I'm saving the squad arena because that's tomorrow's, or I guess I should say tonight at 6:30 Eastern. The squad arena attempts comes out, so I'll just wait until then to use up my squad arenas, and that's basically how I do it, just to get the 10 attempts in. Oh shoot, that's right, I forgot to deploy yesterday. I'm usually pretty good about that, but oh, I just deployed, did I? I did not. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to deploy, get as close to 1 stars as we can. We're pretty good, our guild, about getting close to 28. I think we get usually for Rise of the Empire, which is pretty good, especially considering that we have a ton of GP that we don't deploy, as you can see. 170 million, that would be... that wouldn't get us to 2 stars here, but we could even split it between light and dark, and then eventually get to that, you know, easier 1 star on both of them when the next phase opens, but who knows. So, as you can see here, opponent still has not attacked, and he obviously won the first round, so he's gonna attack at some point, just not sure when. So yeah, let's go back into this. I believe I said I was going to use Bane on Quad Meg. I didn't have a plan for Resistance yet, or Radis, but I think that'll come with time. Maybe Treya? I'm not sure. Oh, that's right, I still have 2 GLs left. So yeah, let's see. What do I want to use on Treya? So again, I'm going back to the SWGOH GG channel, or website. Let's cut out the Galactic Legends, because I'm not really feeling like using them right now. So there's a few Mazes. Oh, that's new. Oh, that's right, Star Killer. I have that. I'm not sure I want to use that on her. I mean, what else am I going to use? Oh, I can... Yeah, maybe I'll do that way. That actually looks pretty good. And then for Seer, I'll probably just use JMK. Because I do want to see what's on that back wall. So I think that's actually a good idea. Let's use Star Killer. I mean, that's going to kill me on the assists. Or should I just use You know what? Considering using Star Killer on the Seer team, let's take a look at that win rate, attacking lead. And I know you can't see it, but alright. I mean, it's got a decent win rate. So I think that's the way we'll do it. Let's use that there, and then JMK on here. Now, again, I told you my defense is totally wacky, so I don't have a typical JMK team. I think as my roster grows a little bit more, I get my relics in order, I'm going to be able to have it more so what I like it to be, with the Ahsoka and Padme in it for offense. But that's once we get a few more relics on. So we're going to start off with reducing her cooldowns. That's right, there's no assist. You know what, I should have done the other one because I really don't want to waste my time on him, but you know what, I'll do it this way. So we'll do that. She's going to have real issues. This is not going to be good for me, but okay, there we go. Never mind, that's going to be perfectly fine because he's gone. And let's just finish off Treya real quick. I can't remember. I thought Relic Delta wasn't going to be implemented until next week. I can't tell if that's the Datacron. I think it's just the Datacron because I have like 50-something% armor, 63% armor penetration. So that's pretty easy. And then, oh, we lost a banner. Who lost the banner? Probably Ahsoka, but that's okay. So that was a pretty easy run through of Treya. Now it's time to see if I regret what I just did there. Take Star Killer against the Seer team. Like I said, I'm not the biggest, I don't have the best knowledge of these kits and stuff, which is also why I'm streaming, because maybe that will help me get a little bit better with it. 10% bonus projection. Damage immunity, okay. And a lot of these teams I don't have. I know this is a massive damage one. So that'd be like 20 turns that you could really kill us. Recover health. Defense, max health, max protection. I know she's a very big on the unaligned force users, so that's why these teams are always like that. Yeah, and I remember like when she first came out, the idea was you want to make her team as slow as possible so the enemy takes as many teams as they can. But I don't think that was the way that things turned out. They're like, all right, she can just be fast now, anyone on the team. Because it's not like she's going to open up with this huge play right there. So let's see what her speed is actually. 168, so not too fast, but it's alright. Oh, is that Cat? Oh no, that's Fulcrum. I'm like, why would you put Commander Ahsoka on the Seer Junta team? Like, I get she's an unaligned force user, but she's much better on Kenobi, especially on offense. Nice to turn a 5v5 into a 5v4 right off the bat. So we got that there, and I actually use Plo as my Jedi, which might seem weird, but it's the only one I got at Relic 3 to keep all these stats there. So let's see what we have for Dark Side and Armor Penetration. So I don't want to use that. I definitely don't want to use that. Max health, that's not too bad. It's got 50% crit damage. No armor penetration, but you know, I think a Bulkron would be really nice right here. So I just kind of YOLO'd that. I did not realize I hit battle, but let's see how this goes. Gonna start off with that. No debuffs, that's right. Tenacity. Let's dispel your buffs. Okay. This is definitely an ugly opening. This may have been the wrong move. Because we are getting our butts kicked right now. Wow, where's our turns? So, oh, foresight, I did not realize that. So tenacity still. So we're gonna get 0 turn meter. There we go, that's a little bit better. Can we get a stun on him? No, we cannot, but we can still get all these massive assists, which is nice. Wow, you are really wrecking me right now. I should have done it the other way. Oh boy. This is not good. Maybe I should have used Treya here. Definitely regretting my choice. Let's see what we can do on Terra Malicos. Take him out, take him out, take him out, take him out. How close are we to a turn? Okay, that was actually the best case scenario that she went for him. Oh, look at that. Perfect. And I don't think there are any revos on this team, which is perfect. This is great. That really turned around once I took out Malicos. That's where the bulk of their damage comes from, no pun intended. So having him out right now gives me a pretty good feeling about the rest of this battle. Except for Ahsoka, I should have said. Because I know that she can really wreck your day. But there's no Datacron, so it's not going to be probably as bad as the others. Wow. And there we go. Look at that. So let's hope we can get... No. Don't kill off. Don't kill off. Don't kill off. Don't kill off. Pull it out of this guy. Pull it out of this guy. Don't kill him yet. I want to recover my banners at the end. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so we're going to do that. Recover our health and protection. And now you can die, Kylo, because I really don't care anymore. We're not going to get Rey back. But there we go. Wow. That battle totally turned around after I took out Malicos. It's a little icky at that beginning play, but I'm really happy that it turned around. So we're looking at offense. Is that Tarkin or Executor? Okay, this is actually a very, very easy ship defense. So there's really no reason for me to drop any battles there. Banners, yes, but battles, no. Maybe we can use CLS Rebelcron here, Treya here, and then Bane here. So you know what? Let's do it that way. Let's start off with Bane on the Queen Amidala team. As you can see, my Bane and Dooku. Said I want the highest health con. That's my Jawa one. Got armor penetration, offense, health, all that good stuff. And my Jawas are trash, so it's not like I'm losing anything by not using it on them. And even so, I don't think this Datacron has had much success in Grid Arena anyway. So we're just gonna kind of be sitting behind this tank for a little bit of time. Going high in the sky. Do I want to stealth just so we can have more turns with him, siphoning Dooku's health? Maybe. Let's try it that way. The more turns that Dooku can take, the better. And of course, now you're going to go straight for him. So, bye-bye. Let's see how our bonus turn does. There we go. I guess our bonus turn did really good. 65 banners. Perfect. Makes me really happy to take out that Padme. The most I'm worried about is this one with this. I'm glad it's not the damage immunity cron. It's more so the reducing cooldowns by 1. Because if they were able to just... Oh, that's right, I still have Rey. What am I thinking? Let's try that one. Let's not make things harder than they should be. I know I said yesterday that my resistance team is not so good, but it's not a big deal. I want that one. And let's do health steeple, which sounds weird. I just think that that's helpful, especially with Rey. When she attacks out of turn, she's not getting health recovery, and just to have that little bit would be really helpful. So let's start off with Lifeblood on Rey. And who do we want to start off on? Maybe Finn, because I know he's gonna taunt at some point. So to have healing immunity on him would be great. Matt Swarm. Let's see what we can do with this. Stun. Just pass another round of Lifeblood. Get us below 60%. Getting some days on. Let's do it on him because we're gonna pull back that. Keep the taunt on Finn. Because he's the one with healing immunity. The easier to take out. So it's not below 60 yet. Let's pass another one. Alright, perfect. Damage immunity is on her, so then we have a sudden whirlwind and an ultimate. So this happens like all the time for me. I always prefer actually the sudden whirlwind because that's more so likely to actually get the character dead. And it's not like I need to protect any character right now. You know, no one's in the red or anything, but let's now hit it, get some health recovery, see how that works. Maybe we can get full banners on this one. I used Lifeblood quite a few times, so that's going to be helpful in that we have the bonus protection, so we avoid protection loss. And now let's just dump this ultimate, and everyone's gone. Easy battle, 65, perfect. Now we just have Radis left. I'm thinking of using Trey on you. You know, get that insta-kill on Radis. Hopefully that'll do well. Use Talon, and definitely gonna undersize this one because my Scion is only Relic 1, so he's just gonna pull us down because of the Datacron. So, don't want to waste that. It's not like we don't have any buffs to grant. I guess some crit damage would be nice. Not a lot of dark side characters grant buffs except if you're like M Troopers that I can think of. So, or Palpatine, of course. But that's okay. So I actually should have done it the other way. Start on K2SO because I know he's gonna get his taunt out there. 3 cooldowns, not the best in the world. Isolate him. Let's do pass it with Nihilus. Now he can't taunt, and we can go full on for Radis right now, which is really nice. Is that Biston? Yeah. So again, I don't know how these kits work perfectly, but I'm hoping to get this insta-kill out before he gets to 100 stacks. So ability blocks are great as our healing immunities. I'm not sensing any buff or debuff dispels on this team, which is nice. You know, keep control with the healing immunity and stuff. Keep you under stealth, Talon. And yeah, maybe I should be going for a different character because my plan is to insta-kill him. So, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to go for Cassian. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Perfect. This is great. This is just 2 plays in a row I liked, and we can throw it on auto. Easy enough, man. Take out K2SO. keep our banners up and running. Didn't really have to do that, but that's okay. I appreciate the effort. 66 banners, perfect for undersized squad, not one single one lost. So that's a very nice clear of the character side of things. Not a single drop battle, so pressure's on him right now to do the same on my walls. And let's see what he's got actually. So I didn't see any GLs on defense. So which GLs does he have? Okay, so oh wait, that's right. I took out the right. So he's got he's probably got dark side vision. Yeah, he's got her. So we should definitely take out my SLKR team pretty easily. Especially with the stuff he's got. He's got Grand Inquisitor Kron, so definitely plenty of materials. He's gonna clear my ships with ease. I mean, I shouldn't give it away, but he's gonna clear them pretty easily. And once I attack, you'll see what obviously is on defense. So I'm thinking, actually, I might drop a battle on this. I like to use Negotiator against Houndstooth because I can get that healing immunity with Anakin. And don't judge me on my squad lineup, but that's what I'm gonna bring in. I like to get that turn meter boost with the protection recovery for sure. If my team's getting a little behind, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not. Let's swarm Vader, see if anything good comes from that. A lot of good came from that. He's already gone. Healing immunity on Bosk. Oh, that's right. We're gonna be stuck behind the other taunt. So I didn't get buff immunity, so he's still going to be recovering protection a lot. So maybe it would be better if I just stuck with that. Let's get some Ahsoka reinforcement, up that max health. See, our damage is pretty pitiful right now. Double attack you. And now let's just get some offense going. Pump some turn meter to Anakin with the protection. It's not like we're missing out on too much. Oh wow, that's a interesting choice as a reinforcement. That's alright. So let's put some unending loyalty in case something else strange happens, because like I said, never really seen that. Got some counter chances now and Marauder. This battle should be in the bag by this point. Let's recover some health and protection on Anakin. Keep the Y-Wing out in the open. Loving that counter chance. I always try to get debuffs on Ahsoka just so and like as many characters. I'm okay with it because, as you can see, I should have done the other person. Shoot. I'm okay with it because if she uses that third ability, we're all gonna get counter chance, and it's just really nice to have something like that. Start working on that Mark 6. Because that one is really annoying, especially when it's in the Leviathan. But at my area of Grand Arena, I don't get placed against too many Leviathans. Now watch, I'll start getting them all the time, but I really don't, which is helpful because it's not like I have the best counter. Again, like I said, it's a 2-shot, and that was only like once or twice that I had to do it. So I'm not sure how effective it's going to be in the future. So this battle, like I said, is pretty much done. Palpatine should be done now. Perfect. And now we're just gonna. I wanted to. Woo! Who did we take out? We took out Y-Wing. You stole a ton of my banners. You steal my banners. Not nice. Very not nice. Wish I could have finished them off before that because now we just lost like 10 banners. Not 10, but a ton. Yeah. I still had 2 full protection. Well, that's the people in reinforcements, I think. So, not the best battle, but that's okay. We have now Finalizer. I'm wondering if I should use a Tarkin or if I should use a TIE Defender lineup, or if I should use a Resistance lineup, because I've actually started to get Resistance pretty good because I farmed for GL Ray. So that helps me a lot, especially with the comeuppance really gets going. So what I'm basically doing now is just seeing, win rates against these teams. So let's do Radis. And it seems to have a pretty good success rate. So, you know what? I don't know if I want to throw it away like this because, you know, one misplay and maybe the whole thing will be done. And there's more battles with not Tarkin, but actually Chimera, which is interesting. Thinking I'm just gonna go for it. No, you know, I'm gonna do something a little safer. Let's do it this way with Scythe. Oh, I'm actually looking, there's a Tarkin right below. There's 30 battles. It's still 100% win rate. So let's go with Tarkin with the Scythe. Get those 2 extra. That's the one first order. So I haven't had to use Finalizer, so I can't tell the difference. Imperial, perfect. TIE Defender, let's just... Should we throw him in there? Kind of hope we don't need him, so let's hope they swarm down one of the TIE fighters, take it out, so we can call TIE Defender in and call it a day, essentially. Alright, let's see who they go for. Hunt it on Vader, of course. So I don't want to get Foresight on these guys, because I do want... No. Alright, so let's do it. No, I just said I don't want to do Foresight. So that was probably the worst possible outcome. No, oh my gosh. That was the wrong one. I wanted to do the heal on Vader. Alright, so I said I wanted to take out a TIE fighter, but not Vader's TIE fighter. Next time, guys, you know? But, wow, Boba Fett, so you don't have your executor right now. Alright, Iden, you're gonna have to do a lot of work with my Gear 12 Iden. Can we ignore? We cannot. Let's try to stun him. Perfect, we got a stun on him. Let's get those dodges going. This is great. Pump that turd meter, get some offense on. Let's go to town on you. And now you. You. Yes, there we go. And let's take you out because you are their damage dealer for sure. Yeah, that's the thing about Finalizer is that the only 2 abilities I've ever used are the basic and the, I guess it's called the ultimate with the hunted, because the basic calls to assist, so I'll just call Kylo Ren to assist. Unless I have like, if I'm stuck behind a taunt and there's one character at really low level, I'll use the AoE in that case. But other than that, I won't. So anyway, there we go. We got the full clear, 1537, not 1 drop banner. Hopefully that's good enough to put me over the top of this guy, especially with the defense I got rocking. Is this the bulk? No, it's not bulk. I don't think there was a bulk for them. No, it's just gaining buffs and stuff with some health and crit damage, which is nice for Anakin. Gas, I should say. Yeah, actually I just saw it. So yeah, this is my Padme team, so definitely not optimal, but it could be worse, right? And then we got here with the crew unmasked Kron, and I haven't upgraded this one. I'm wondering if I should. I don't think I've gotten holds in the past on these teams in 5v5, but it works pretty well. Maybe I will. Let's take a look at how much stuff I got. Yeah, I finally finished this one. It's mostly going to stay on offense, but oh yeah, I have plenty of... I know it expires in like a week, but let's hope we get a Grand Inquisitor. Okay, so that's not helpful because Second Sister's not even on the team. I got 3 rerolls. Nope, I don't have either of those. Hey, you know what? Let's go with this one for Ninth Sister. Is she on the team? I think I have her on the team, so I think that's good enough for me. Again, this expires soon, so that actually means there's a new Datacron set coming out. kind of excited to see what that's gonna look like. Is it gonna be with this second conquest for Khmer? I think it is. Yeah, probably. So I guess that would be good to see what's coming down the pipe. I like the Datacron sets where there's only like one or two things that you want. Like, if you look at Cosmic Plunder, maybe you'd like this one, but you really just want to get the protection up. Starting with turn meter's okay, but there's some teams that are anti-turn meter. Inflicting a debuff. Light side don't really inflict too many debuffs for most of the teams that I have, so that's not missing out on anything to me. Dispelling all debuffs, and it's only 25% chance, definitely don't want that. And then this one, I mean, gaining potency, nah. Reducing cooldowns is nice for dark side because there's a ton of debuffs that they do. Dispel, accuracy and the buff like that, not the best because again, dark sides don't do too many buffs. But the most important one, of course, for me right now are the stats. So as long as we don't go back to dodge, that would be great because I didn't have to deal with it too badly, but a lot of people that were in my guild or streamers really had trouble with that. Oh, that's right, Executor. Maybe I'll be done by next year. Yeah, I got 4 more months left. That's still ridiculous. I got Executor like sometime last year and I still don't have him at 7 stars. I know this is a common complaint throughout the community, but they just did a huge update and stuff, and they still haven't fixed farming for Executor, Leviathan, and Profundity, which I find kind of annoying, but whatever. So yeah, that's kind of close to wrapping it up. As you can see, my progress is getting pretty close. I think I can actually get Echo to Relic 7 today. Yes, we can. Look at that. So we got 9 out of 16 finished. I went for the hardest ones first. You know, the Relic 8s, Relic 7s, and all that. Because those are the most expensive. So it's really on the downhill right now. I need to get Zam to Relic 7, and then all the rest of it's Relic 5. So I'm really looking forward to getting Lord Vader. Probably should take like maybe a few days after I get him. We'll have him unlocked. I should say a few days after I finish the requirements, we should have him. Because the shard shop currency, weekly shipments, and all that, it's pretty easy to farm. And you don't lose tickets if you fail the battle, which is way better than it used to be because they changed that right before I went into Leia. And that was such a huge help because that tier 2, man, I dropped so many battles on it, had to remount so many times. It was ridiculous. So again, really nice that it's not like that anymore. Should have been like that from the beginning, but I'm not gonna say anything. So yeah, I'm going for Lord Vader right now. Pretty close to getting all those finished. And then again, I'm farming C next, because if you do Lord Vader, you can have most of them already done. I think it's just, yeah, a few Relic 7s I need to get to, which, we'll see how this new update treats the Relic data. And yeah, just have to bump up these numbers a little bit. This is really easy. There's only a Relic 6 I gotta get there, then 5s and 3s. It's almost nothing, and then we have Glat right here, of which I have literally one of them. Ton of Relic 9s, ton of Relic 7s. Nowhere near in the future, and Hondo, forget it, it's not even double drop for most of his characters. So I think after I finish those 3 GLs, I'll start going for Profundity, and then Leviathan. For the ship side, maybe Gungans. Definitely not Windy right now, because not only is his character bad, but the event's still not permanently available. Bo-Katan would be nice, but that's a lot of Relic 7s. Balin again would be nice, but just a ton of Relic 7s that I just don't have right now. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me to stream. Finish off that Grand Arena. Let's hope we get the win. And I will see you next time.